Hello and greetings. How often have we heard that there are no permanent friends, no permanent enemies, but permanent interests? I will explain it why I started my conversation with this old saying. Indian media is celebrating with jubilation a statement of a Chinese ambassador to New Delhi in which he said China will support firmly, China will stand behind India firmly. And what is this all about? Should Pakistan be worried about this statement by Chinese ambassador to India? I will explain it later. And when the Chinese ambassador to India was making this statement, at the same time, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi was holding a meeting with Pakistani Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir.
China-India friendship benefits Asia. China and India are the double engines of economic growth in Asia. The combined population of the two countries is 2.88 billion, accounting for about 35% of the world's total population. The combined GDP of the two countries, calculated on the basis of the nominal exchange rate, amounts to 23.4 trillion US dollars, accounting for about 20% of the world's GDP. The five principles of peaceful coexistence, jointly advocated by China, India, and other countries, have become the basic norms of international relations and the fundamental principles of international law. Today, as long as China and India live in harmony and achieve mutual success, we can continue the Asian miracle in the turbulent international situation and serve as the ballast stone in safeguarding Asia's security and stability. China-India unity benefits the world at large. Standing at the forefront of the global south, both China and India are important members of BRICS, SCO, G20, and other multilateral mechanisms, and pioneers in promoting reforms in global governance. At a time of economy, protectionism, power politics, and bullying, China and India have the responsibility to take the lead in promoting an equal and orderly multipolar world and enhancing the representation and voice of developing countries in international affairs. When China and India join hands, there is great hope for the democratization of international relations and the development and growth of the global south. The United States has long been benefited greatly from free trade, but now it is using tariffs as a bargaining chip to demand exorbitant prices from various countries. The United States has imposed tariffs of up to 50% on India and even threatened for more. China firmly opposes it. In the face of such acts, silence or compromise only emboldens the bully. China will firmly stand with India to uphold the multilateral trading system with the World Trade Organization at its core.
You have listened to what Mr. Yu Fiang, the Chinese ambassador to India, was saying. He was telling Indians that China and India make 35% of the world population. They have shared economy of $23.4 billion and their population is around roughly 3 billion. So the Chinese ambassador was encouraging India to join South Bloc. You can watch my previous videos. I've been saying this, that India has a few options, and one of the options, and the better option, is to join South Bloc led by China. And in the same video, at the fag end, you can heard him saying that China will firmly stand behind or firmly support India if and when India goes to World Trade Organization court. So here is the catchword. The Indian media took out just one line from the Chinese ambassador and playing it again and again and celebrating it with jubilation that now China stands firmly behind India. And they did not say, or they do not mention about the fact that he was referring to US bullying against India, Donald Trump's high tariff rates on India, which are described by Chinese as unprecedented. Chinese ambassador was encouraging India to enhance trade. Chinese ambassador was telling Indians that they can export IT and medicines to China. Chinese markets are open for them, and so many other things. So basically, it was about trade. He said that trade can bring peace in the region. He was talking about foreign policy, global issues, and other things. It's a long speech, but I just shared a very small clip with you. Now I will come back to the issues that are unresolved between China and India. Is this going to be a very smooth sailing? And these remarks were basically made, and we all know that just 3 days ago, the Chinese foreign minister visited India for 2 days, and he held talks with Indian Prime Minister, Indian Foreign Minister, or External Affairs Minister, and Indian National Security Advisor. And these remarks were made ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to China to attend SCO summit. So it should be viewed in this context. And at the same time, when Mr. Ambassador was delivering his speech and making these remarks which made Indians very happy, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi was holding talks with Pakistani Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir. And according to the Xinhua, Chinese official news agency, I will quote a few lines of his meeting, the Chinese Foreign Minister's meeting with the Pakistani Army Chief, and what he said about this meeting. And this is a Chinese news agency which reported this. Mr. Wang Yi said China has always prioritized Pakistan in its neighborhood policy. You see what he said? China has always prioritized Pakistan in its neighborhood policy. So China prefers Pakistan over India. He said that the relationship between the two countries has withstood the test of time and become even stronger. Wang said, two countries, both belonging to Eastern civilization, attach great importance to friendship and righteousness and have forged unbreakable traditional friendship. He went on to say, China will continue to support Pakistan in safeguarding its territorial integrity and national security, and welcomes Pakistan to play a greater role in international affairs. The most significant two lines, I can repeat it: China will continue to support Pakistan in safeguarding its territorial integrity and national security, and welcomes Pakistan to play a greater role in international affairs. So there were concerns in some quarters in Pakistan that China's recent love or reset of China-India relationship might harm Pakistan-China relationship, because many think that Pakistan is leaning towards America and Pakistan might not be able to maintain that delicate balance between America and China. And our army chief has recently stated that Pakistan knows it very well. It has been doing so for a very long time to maintain that balance of relationship between China and America. So the concerns should be removed. So that's why I said, should Pakistan worry about China's deep interest or growing interest in India, or Chinese foreign minister's visit to India, or Indian prime minister's meeting with proposed meeting with the Chinese president? So this statement of Chinese foreign minister removes any concerns or doubts in some Pakistanis' mind. But this is very important to note, that even if an ambassador to any country, if he says anything publicly to Indians or any diplomats, those statements are prepared by their foreign office. They are reviewed and examined again and again, and the final brief is approved by their foreign ministry, and then the ambassador makes that statement. And in this case, he was reading out a written statement, the Chinese ambassador to New Delhi. So I think now Pakistan should not have any kind of worry about Chinese and Indians growing warmth. I think Pakistan should welcome it. And China also said that Pakistan and India and China can increase their bilateral trade manifold. So if China is able to prevail upon India, whether in global south or in bilateral ties, obviously China would want peace between India and Pakistan, and I have been always an ardent advocate of peace between two nations. I have been always advocating that Indians should freely visit Pakistan, perhaps without visa, just on entry point they should be allowed, like in Gulf countries. Pakistanis should be allowed to visit India without visa. So these two statements, one by Chinese ambassador in New Delhi and one by Chinese foreign minister in Rawalpindi general headquarters, they hold significance for both countries. And I hope in coming days and months things will improve as far as peace between India and Pakistan is concerned. Thank you for watching. Please do leave your comment.